Hey, sugar, how you doing? Uh-huh. Baby, I seen the blue and the red lights over at your house last night. What was going on over yonder? Oh, oh no. That hip jumped off track again, didn't it? Well, like Bishop McClurkin say, we may fall down, but you gotta keep your head up, baby. I told myself last night, I said, I'm gonna call her in the morning and see how she doing. And I sat right here in this windowsill, and I said, I'm gonna watch and wait until she come back, because I know they was gonna bring you back, because the Lord told me it wasn't your time to go. I know that, but baby, let me tell you what you done missed. Now, you know I ain't out here gossiping, but you know them new neighbors. Child, baby, honey, them peoples is some characters, baby. You hear me? Them is some 1-800 characters. I believe I seen that fella on the first 48. At season 15, I believe I seen him. I don't care what nobody say. He look real familiar. And that woman, well, I don't know, but she look like sin, just all over. I seen when that fella got out that car, I said, we baby gonna have her somebody to fight over next week. Yes, I did. Chad, but while you was in that hospital, baby, these new neighbors, honey, I don't know what got into him, but Chad, the way that girl flew up at that house this morning, she ran up out there. And you know what was so funny is the child had two cars in the garage space. You know the garage where you put the cars, but the cars wasn't in the garage. You know, sometimes people use that as storage. But she had two cars right outside the garage. But she jumped on the baby's bike and went pedaling down the street. And you know what? He took right on off after. He had a cigarette in one hand and his telephone in the other. I said, oh my God. I got over here real close to my window and I said, Lord, help her get away. But I guess she wasn't riding fast enough, because I looked back out there a few minutes later. She was huffing and puffing, but she was pushing that bike right at the street. Yeah. I said, that must be that struggle love. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Look at your window. This fella oh my goodness. It look like they arguing now. You know, it's terrible. It's terrible when people be out here carrying on like this. You know, just putting all their business out here in the street. Don't nobody need to be knowing all your business. That look like that car look like it cost a nice little penny. Her toenails they look like they got stones on them and stuff. But you really shouldn't be having your business all out there in the street. Yeah. I'm gonna see if Deacon will run me on past the church later on this afternoon, but right now I'm gonna sit here and I think I'm just gonna pray for these neighbors, because, baby, I tell you, if the HOA find out they over here kicking and stomping and hopping and running on bikes and whatnot, they not gonna be here very long. But I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna keep an eye on them, make sure they don't hurt each other. Because, you know, it's a terrible thing when people get out here and be hurting each other. But you know what? I'm gonna keep their business to them, and I ain't gonna tell nobody, because that be gossiping. And, you know, I don't do that. But I want you to take better care of yourself, sister. You keep that hip on the right way. All right, girl. I'll talk to you later. I love you, girl. Yeah, one time for the one time.